Who do you think is the baddest 135 pounder right now?
I got to go with Shakur and Tank.
Those are the two top guys.
Yeah, in my opinion,
You feel like you need to see that 2025?
we got to see that fight in 2025. Man. We got to see that. You got to see Tank and Shakur. That's the fight. That's the fight Turkey Al Sheikh should be putting on. Is that one?
Mm, mm.
That's the
Tank
fight.
does Tank. Now we're also dealing with. Sometimes it doesn't turn into a money game. It turns into the battle of the A sides. You know what I mean? Who's controlling the fight? You know, Tank don't want to go over there. He don't want to fight. On a turkey card. He said he's selling just fine out here in America.
Well, I mean, listen, I'm not. I don't know about that part. I don't get caught up. I just hope the fight is made, and that's a fight that should be in Madison Square Garden.
Tell me why. Tell me why.
Shakur's from Newark, New Jersey. Tank Davis from Baltimore.
Gotta
Come
be an
on,
East Coast
Watson.
fight.
That's the East Coast fight, man. That fight belongs to Madison Square Garden, not the Barclays Center. Madison Square Garden. That's where that fight belongs. And
And
it will
I like
sell out. It will sell out.
it would sell out.
It will sell out in the garden. Those two fighting will sell out in the garden, without a doubt. One
Does it
side's
hold?
gonna be Newark, one side's gonna be Newark, other side's gonna be Baltimore.
Ooh. Does it
So
does it hold up? Does it hold up to its rep? Does it hold up to expectations?
yeah, I think so.
Entertaining fight in your behalf.
Without a doubt. Because there's gonna come a time where they're gonna stand there and they're gonna rumble.
Yeah,
Oh
you
yeah,
see that?
without a doubt. Got to. You can't let a guy like Tank just keep coming forward, building momentum, because he
Yep.
gets stronger. So you got to break that rhythm. You know what I mean? And if anybody can do it, I think Shakur can do it. He's gonna have to sit in there a little bit. You have to sit in the kitchen just a little bit, man. To try to bring Tank's rhythm, because if you let Tank just build that momentum, it's a snowball effect. So you got to be able to break him down, man.
Right.
So that's
Um.
that's that's a fight that I would love to see, and I think that fight belongs in the Garden, man.
mm. And you believe what? That's like a true 50-50 fight in your behalf. Or
Yeah,
you
fifty
favor? Or you
fifty.
favor? Yeah,
I favor the light skinned guy.
the light skinned guy. Hmm.
They both light skinned.
Huh? You know when you try to figure out who's lighter, like you're like, yeah,
Hey man,
yeah.
okay, I like the Southpaw.
You like the southpaw? That's a good one. That's a good one.
That's the fight that should be happening in Madison Square Garden. Those two, not
Hmm.
the Barclays Center, the big arena,
The big arena.
the big arena.
I
You
like.
haven't fought. Listen, you haven't fought unless you fought in Madison Square Garden, upstairs in the big garden.
Yeah, that's been one of your best. That's the best place that you've ever performed
Oh
in.
man, when you're outside the garden, you feel the fight, you feel the vibes. When you're outside, you know what I'm saying? You don't even got to go inside. Just standing outside the garden, you feel the vibes for the fight. It's like, damn, you feel like the fight's happening already. Once you come off the
Yeah,
train and you get near the garden, if you're in Penn Station, you're going up the escalator, you get the chills, man. And when you walk in the garden, forget about it, man. It's the Mecca,
it is.
man. Madison Square Garden is the place, brother.
Now you
That's my that's
100%.
my old home. That's my old home, man.
Once you go
I
to
fought in that
that
building. I fought in that building between upstairs and downstairs about 26 times, man.
26 times.
Yeah, between the upstairs and the downstairs, it's the Paramount, but when it was the Felt Farm. Between there and upstairs, 26 times I got.
Wow, that's legendary.
So when you walk in that, I'm telling you, once you hit Seventh and Eighth Avenue, right by the garden, by the post office. When you're at the post office across the street, you start getting the vibes, man. You get the chills, and then when it's a great fight, come on, everybody turns out in the garden, man.
Man, you ain't do it if you ain't fought there. You did that about 26 times. That's
Yes,
fire.
yes. Even Floyd Mayweather said it, man. You haven't fought unless you fought in Madison Square Garden. That's the place, man. That's the Mecca. Hey, Ali Frazier, man.
Hmm.
I mean, so hey, you get it's got to. That's the fight I think should. That's where it should be, not the Barclays Center, not in Brooklyn, Manhattan.
Manhattan. Yeah, that's definitely now. Obviously, like people talk about the big fights. That's obviously one of the biggest, probably the biggest fight.
Yeah, it
I
is.
mean, is that
What?
bigger than Canelo and Crawford or
Yeah,
Canelo and Benavidez?
yeah. No, hold
Mm,
on now. Canelo Benavidez. Yeah, I'm gonna say is yo. That's the biggest to me right now in boxing. That's the big fight. Tank Davis,
mm,
Shakur Stevenson.
big time. That's the big time.
That's the fight.
What do you think about the 40 division? I mean, also people want to so much controversy with like Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia after their fight that the build up to wanting to watch a rematch. Do you feel like do you want to see a rematch? Like I don't know. Like does Buddy McGirt want to see a rematch?
And to be honest, I didn't see the first fight.
Oh shit! No way.
And I just saw clips of it. I didn't see. It. I just saw clips of it. I was in the UK when they fought, so you had to stay up till like 2, 3 in the morning. And shit, my black ass was asleep.
After all this controversy, and you never thought about wanting to watch the fight though.
Nah, nah.
And why is that?
Because I mean, listen, the controversy is going to be there no matter what.
Mhm.
So, I just think, really, they should just fight again.
You
You
think they
know,
should just
pick
fight again?
pick a weight and fight. I mean, no matter what happens, the only way Haney's going to get that back is by beating him, getting there, showing the world, yo, I got to beat this mamma jamma, and getting there and beat him. I mean, so it's not something that can't be done. It could be done, but I think that what they're going through all this, arguing and going back and forth, I think they should get a tune-up fight and then bam, fight again.
To be the people's champ, it needs to happen.
It just needs to happen, man, because it's. I mean, listen, I have a different attitude. I think in boxing, everyone wants to go down as the best, right?
Right.
So if you want to go down as the best, you got to fight the best. If you lose, you
Mm,
come back, and what makes you better is when you come back and you redeem that loss. That makes you better.
yeah,
I mean, if some guys get a loss. Oh man, come back and beat the guy. That makes it better, and then maybe you have a rubber match, and that determines who the best man is. That fight will sell no matter where they fight. But if they're going to do it, they got to do it now. Because if you start getting Canelo Crawford and or Canelo Benavidez, they're going to steal the spotlight from you.
hmm
Canelo Benavidez or Canelo Crawford, any fight with Canelo, with any one of those two guys, is going to steal the spotlight from anybody if you don't get on it quick.
that's true.
Mm-hmm. Or Tank
That
Davis and Shakur, that's going to steal the spotlight. I mean, that's a fight, man. When they fight, if they ever fight Shakur and Tank, I mean, I got to call all my connections at MSG to get to get ringside, baby. You know what I'm
they be
saying? To get ringside, man. That's a fight. I'll go to that fight. I know both guys. I love both guys. They both hell of a fighters, man. And I think that that's the fight that needs to be made at 135
that's
right
true.
now. Right now in 2025,